And now we're going to look at another special right triangle, which is referred to as your 45, 45, 90. So that's going to be where, of course, you have your right angle, but your other two angles are both a measurement of 45 degrees. Alright, so as it tells you, the two shorter sides, which would be the legs, okay, so of course this is my right angle, which is 90 degrees, so this would have to be my longest side. So these would have to be what they refer to as the shorter sides, or the legs. They have to be equal to each other since the angles that are opposite each of those sides are equal. So that means the sides have to be equal as well. And then it tells you that the longest side, the hypotenuse, is square root 2 times as long as the shorter. Okay, so what we use here is just using the letter A to represent the length of those two sides. They are the same, therefore you use the same expression. So as it says, the hypotenuse would be the length of the shorter side, or legs, times square root 2. Okay, so make sure that you know the relationship between those sides. Alright, we're going to find some of the missing sides, just like what we did with the 30, 60, 90. They're going to give you one side, and you're going to be asked to find the other sides. Alright, so the first one, they tell you that the shorter sides are 4. Now, remember, with a 45, 45, 90, of course, you've got 3 sides, but 2 of them are always the same. So, like in this case, we really only had to find one other side. So, if the shorter sides are 4, then that means that is equal to A. So, your longest side, again, which would be your hypotenuse, the expression is A square root 2. So since A is equal to 4, then the length of that side would have to be 4 square root 2. Okay, next one. Okay, this time you're told that the longest side is 3 times the square root of 2. Alright, so the expression that I gave you for the longest side was A square root 2. So if this is 3 square root 2, then that means A would have to be equal to 3, and A is the shorter sides. Okay, so you've got 2 sides that both measure a length of 3. Okay, next one. Okay, again, you're told the longest side, but what's going to make this one a little bit different from this one is the fact that this is in terms of square root 2, where this one isn't. Okay, so the longest side is going to be A square root 2. So to find your value of A, you're going to have to divide by square root 2. Okay, we had a similar situation with 30, 60, 90, in which we ended up having to rationalize. So if I were to rationalize this, I have to multiply numerator and denominator by square root 2. So when I multiply across the top, I get 9 square root 2. Multiply across the bottom, square root 2 times square root 2 is just 2. So this would be the shorter sides.